If you're part of the anime community and you haven't been living under a rock for the past few months, then you've probably heard of the new Netflix anime called Lookism. And Lookism is kinda weird. Let me explain. By the way, I don't know the name, so I'm gonna be referring to the MC as MC from now on. The premise of this anime is that the MC is a loser that's fat and ugly, so he gets no bitches. One day he wakes up in a tall, strong, and hot body, but he finds his actual body next to him sleeping. He later figures out that whenever he goes to sleep, he basically alternates between each bodies, the strong and hot one between the short and ugly one. Since his mom is basically poor and she's sending him away to school in a different place, he basically uses the two bodies, one to go to school, which is the hot body, and people treat him way differently since he's hot, all the girls are after him, all the men are jealous of him. So he uses that body to go to school, and then the short and ugly one to work at night at a convenience store where he basically gets bullied. A lot. The genre of this series is basically one of those Korean dramas where there's a bunch of gangs in the school and the teachers and the staff doesn't do really anything about it. Like, people would deadass be fighting and there's like not a teacher in sight at all. So it's kind of like Tokyo Revengers but without all the time traveling stuff. And I bet you're probably wondering, why do I think Lookism is weird? Let me explain now. So first of all, let me go ahead and say, I'm sorry, I had to clickbait y'all. When I say Lookism is weird, I'm talking about the manhwa, not the anime. The anime is actually pretty good and I fuck with it. And the problem I have with the manhwa is that the art is so fucking terrible in the beginning. Like, if you actually enjoyed the anime and you want to get into the manhwa because you don't want to wait for the new season to come out, like, try to bear with the art because it's so bad. Like, it could actually make you want to drop this. I bet there's a lot of people who started reading this when it first got released and dropped it just because the art was so bad. I did skip ahead a few chapters to see what the art looked like now, since it was originally released in like 2019, 2018, I believe, and it's actually pretty good now. That was actually my biggest gripe with the Lookism manhwa, and I've heard of Lookism for a while now. It's one of those staple manhwas that's in the manhwa community that everybody wants you to read, kind of like Solo Leveling or Beginning After the End. And I'm not even mad at the author because he was probably doing this whole thing on a budget. So it's an anime now, good for him. He's getting the bag from Netflix at least. So the art was actually my biggest issue with Lookism, but it does get better in the future, so I guess that's that. My second issue was like trying to figure out how they were going to explain the fact that the main character has two bodies, and like, where did the second body come from? Like, why did it choose him? Like, a whole bunch of questions. I'm really interested to see how they handle it. I'm only as far as season 1 of the anime in the manhwa, but I'm gonna keep reading it and possibly make a part 2 to this. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a really short one. It's easier to edit this way. I am looking for an editor though, so hit me up if you do want to edit my videos for me for free though, because I'm not getting paid yet. But go ahead and leave a like on the video, share it with your friends, subscribe especially, and go follow me on TikTok because I post most of my content over there, like little anime stuff or questions that I have that pop into my head on TikTok. I might actually start posting my TikToks on YouTube as YouTube shorts from now on, so look out for that. Appreciate y'all boys. See you later. And don't forget, check out my other videos too. They're pretty cool.